Hi, welcome to Seek and You Will Find. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you would like a healing tonight, go ahead and write your healing request in the chat bar over on the side of the window. And if you address it to admin, it will come to me. It will be anonymous so that people who can read the chat bar won't know who it came from. So that's what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to be answering your healing requests. And then whatever you request for a healing, I'm going to try to do it also for everybody in the group so that by the end of this night, you'll have a healing from every single person that requested a healing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set the energy for this with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay, I'm going to start off with a quick healing that I would like to give to everyone, and it is a healing to your mother. And by healing your mothers, it's going to help you be able to move them out of your space. So I'm going to set the tone for tonight by giving you all a healing, or giving all your mothers a healing. And essentially, it's giving you a healing. Okay. Well, the biggest energy in this is that the mothers want a hello from you. So that's a really big prominent energy, is that they feel they're not getting enough hellos. So one of the things I'm going to do to help that is create a clear communication line between you and your mom and bring that up to gold. That was really interesting. One of the things that I saw was that moms don't always get the opportunity to let you know how proud they are of you. That came up as I was clearing the communication line. It showed up as that they don't always get to express themselves to let you know that they are proud of you. Supreme Being is coming in and giving a healing to any conflict that went on between you and your mom. And I'm just going to bend over real quick and turn my air conditioning on. Okay. There's a really lovely healing going on right now that Supreme Being is giving you and your mother to clear a lot of old arguments, conflict, disagreements. So it's really a beautiful healing because a lot of that junk is coming out. And I'm really getting to see how deeply wounded sometimes your mom is from not getting communication from you. There's some very deep wounds there that are being worked on. That to me is the main pain that's being worked on, is where a parent doesn't feel like they can get a hello from you. It goes both ways. Like if you feel like you can't get a hello from a parent, that can be a very deep wound. So the moms are getting a really nice healing. That was really interesting. When they got the healing from Supreme Being, after that they felt empowered. So that was really great to watch that. All right. Now what I'm going to do with you is just help you move gently and kindly, move out any of your mom's energy from your aura and send it back to her so that she can get a double healing. She'll get her energy back now. So one of the main energies that came out of you and went back to your mom was worry. So there was a lot of worry from mothers. Oh, and now Supreme Being is setting up a communication for some love. All right. I'm watching everybody get filled in with a big gold sun. And thank you, Supreme Being. Okay, now let me go to the chat. I got one that I'm going to do real quick. Let's see. This one came in on the phone. I was recently diagnosed with NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. My liver is enlarged and so is my spleen. Can you please give my liver and spleen a healing? Yes, and as I will do for everyone. There's a lot of white energy coming out of your liver right now. And the energy in your spleen is like a midnight blue. And energetically, what the issue looks like in your spleen is that your spleen is like clogged. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to ground that. Okay, I was trying to wait until the spleen got unclogged, and it's slow, but it's starting to break up now. And I grounded a lot of pain out of your liver and a lot of white energy. Huh. Supreme Being is bringing peace into your liver. Some of the old pain in your liver is actually from your mother's passing. I just saw that. Okay. All righty. Now I'm seeing some gold in all of there, so that's good. Energy is changing and shifting. We're actually getting some really bright yellow gold into your liver, and kind of a color close to like the flowers in my shirt in your spleen. Okay. All right. I'm going to give everybody a healing on their liver now. Well, one of the first energies I see is alcohol. But also the energy of like medicines coming out. Some of the livers are fatigued. I'm going to ground that out too. In general, I would say the livers are a little sluggish. So I'm working on that. A lot of family energy coming out of your liver. Family energy and also conflict. It looks like something about conflict getting processed through the liver. Okay. And now this is good because there's some anger coming out of the liver and it is bright red. So we definitely want to move that out. Okay. That looks much better. The color that I see going into the liver now is like a peachy gold. Okay, you're all filled in. And thank you for that question, that request. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Now I'm going to go to the board. Excuse me. I've been trying to get pregnant for a while now. Can you please check and heal anything impeding me from becoming pregnant? Well, what I'm looking at is a kind of a pink maroon energy around your second chakra, which is your chakra in your abdomen. That's your sexual and emotional chakra. And there's like a restriction in the color that I just told you about. And what it looks like to me is that energy it looks like that energy might be preventing the the consistent cycle, you having consistent cycles. I don't know what your cycles are like, but this energy, I'm having a hard time articulating, but I'll just say it's a stop energy, and I'm going to clear it. Well, I tell you what, I can see it, but I don't think I have the time to clear it tonight. It's not budging like very easily. So that might be something that you call me and we set up an appointment for that. I'm sorry, but it's not moving too quickly, but I do see something holding things up there. So I'm going to refer you to contact me, text me, or call me, and we'll set up like a quick little appointment so that I can take a few more minutes on that. And I'm sorry I can't do it tonight. Okay. Sometimes that happens, everybody. I might find something that just requires more work than I can do in like 2 or 3 minutes. And you'll have to excuse me. I think I'm losing my voice. So, all right, I'm going to go on now. Can you please erase snakes and remove beings from us and all of our households? Yeah, I'll go ahead. That's great. I'll go ahead and start erasing snakes. And some of you might be going, what is a snake? It's not the reptile that you're thinking of. We call low-level beings that cannot evolve snakes. It's a specific kind of being. And then there's also another kind of being that we call spiders. And they're not actually spiders that you would see on the planet. But they're two varieties of very low-level beings that come in and just destroy energy through you. So I'm going to take a moment and use a technique called erasure and erase some beings and spiders and snakes. As I erase, a lot of energy is coming out of your heads. That seems to be where a lot of the snakes were, was in the head. Or on top of the head, because they do like to control your information. I'll tell you what I see happening as I erase is the one thing I notice changing in everybody's space is you're getting more freedom. So that's something that those low-level beings really affect is your freedom. Now I'm working on spiders. They're two very different types of destroy energy. Snake energy is very biting and sharp. And if you get whacked by a snake, you'll know it. It's very sharp. Spiders, on the other hand, their energy is very low and grumbling. And it's you see spiders in people's space, like spiders are known to be in people's space that drink a lot. So it's kind of a low level energy. And spiders just wear you down. That's the energy of a spider. It just wears you down. Okay. I also did a little grounding on your home and to take the destroy energy out of the home. So I'm going to fill your home in with gold and you in with gold. Okay. Thank you for that request. Okay. I could not avoid a visit to my home from someone who has a lot of negative entity attachments. I did protection before and clearing after, but please check to see if she left anything in my apartment. Also, my cat really freaked out. I think she saw them. Could you check her too? Yes. You know what would be helpful is if you could text me your cat's name, believe it or not, that would really help. So there's a time delay. So go ahead and text her name in and I'm going to keep my eye on there. And I'm going to start on your place. You did a pretty good job of clearing your place. There's one side of it where there's some brown energy, but I really can tell that you did a job cleaning it. So I just wanted to validate you for that. Yeah, there's a little bit of lingering energy against the wall and a couple of corners in the house from the beings. They love to hide in corners, up by ceilings, things like that. Thank you. So your cat just told me that the problem with that guest was that they were a vacuum. They didn't have any energy in their body, so they were attracting a lot of beings. And that is straight from Thea. So you can take that to the bank. So I'm going to do a healing on that and give Thea a healing too. She was freaked out. So what freaked Thea out was that once the gal came in your place, she shifted the energy in the house, or I should say the beings that were coming through her shifted the energy. And that's what really threw Thea off. Okay. I'm filling in your place with bright, bright yellow gold sun. And I want to tell you, I really like your cat. She was very talkative. I don't always get a lot of communication from animals, and boy, she was ready to roll. So thank you for that request. Okay. Hi, I plan to go on a healing detox retreat in South Carolina, October 6th through the 15th, and I'm trying to decide if I should drive or fly. Do you see this being a good experience, and should I drive or fly? Thanks. Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you, because that's what you came to me for. It actually looks like the drive is going to be a lot more work than flying. So I know it sounds like you were looking at it as an adventure. I'll just say this, the energy on you flying looks a lot lighter and brighter than the energy on you driving. So I'm not telling you one way or the other. That's just what I see. And I'll tell you what, I will ground your trip, whether you drive or fly, so that it'll be a good trip. Part of that also, you were telling me you weren't sure if you were going to want to drive home after the experience. So I just thought I'd pass that along to you too. You have a really good mock-up for your trip. So when I look at what your end picture is for that trip, it's very defined and bright. So it looks like it's going to be a good trip. Okay. I'm going to fill you in with gold. Get those dates again. Okay, there you go. Have a good trip, and thank you for your request. Okay. I would like a healing on severe allergies and sinus trouble. I'm having an unusually difficult time with my sinus, including sinus headaches. Okay. I'm going to work on everybody's sinuses, and I will pay attention to yours. And yeah. Yeah, to the person who requested this, everything's very dry. It's like a desert inside here is what it looks like, a desert. And you know what I find in there? A lot of your mom's energy. It's funny that we did a healing on moms tonight, because when I look at what's clogging up the inside of your head, a lot of it is your mom's energy. And she doesn't even have to live with you or near you. She knows where you are all the time. So I'm going to ground her out of your space, and also try to ground your telepathic channels as well. Yeah. It's a lot of your mom's energy in there. Okay, now you're starting to release. And there's actually some real dark energy coming out from your sinuses and your telepathic channels. And, let me just say I'm not a doctor, but it seems to me that some saline solution might actually help because you need some more moisture up there. It's like a desert. So, like a saline nasal spray might be a nice way to get some moisture up there. Okay, it's moving, but it's moving really slowly. So I actually see that it's going to be about 3 days for what I worked on to come out energetically. I just can't get it to come out any faster. So you might, like tomorrow, you might notice like, what do they call that? Post-nasal drip, where you can feel it dripping down your throat. You might experience that because it's going to take about 3 days for that energy to come out. So let me fill you in with gold. Okay. Thanks for the request. I'm going to work on everybody's telepathic channels now. And there's just so much noise in the channels. I mean, I'm hearing like family, kids, just noise. That's interesting. I'm also seeing like the energy of like not trauma or drama, but being alarmed, like being surprised by something coming out. I think that we forget to ground our telepathic channels, which are behind the eyes, under the eyes. They actually go around the ears, down the neck, and we get so much energy coming at our telepathic channels every day. People family members, friends, constantly talking to you without actually verbally talking to you, but talking telepathically to you. There's a lot of energy there. And there's a lot of unconscious energy in the telepathic channels. That's a white, and I'm on that right now. Okay, good. So the energy just started changing, and what I see you bringing in is a clear medium blue, like a nice grounded blue. And that really opened that whole space up. So that worked really well. Okay. All right. Thank you for that request. I'm going to fill everybody in with gold now. Okay. Next, I am feeling unfocused lately, and I'm not sure what choices I need to make regarding my profession, my finances, etc. I seem to be doing nothing and not sure where to focus. Can you help guide me, please? Thank you. Well, yes, I will try. Absolutely. So, what I'm going to do is give you what's called a next step healing. So, I'm going to clear off the energy between you and your ability to see what your next step is. And just to let you know energetically how we do that is actually, or the way I'm going to do it, there's a million ways to do it. I'm going to take a look at a door, like, the picture of a door for you, and clean off the doorway, the threshold, so that you can open up that door and see what's out there for you. So what's coming up is a lot of brown of indecision or difficulty making decisions, and a little bit of disappointment from decisions in the past. So we want to get all of that invalidation out of there, so that you can be like starting from scratch, from fresh. And some energy of problems is coming out. Okay. You have a bunch of energy down by your feet that looks like rocks and stones, and they represent things that you think are obstacles. So I'm going to ground those and see if I can clear them for you. And then you're also in a picture of that it's going to take a lot of work and effort to take these next steps. So we want to just ground all the effort out of this too, so that you can look at it freely. Now what I'm doing is I'm grounding the threshold to your doorway. And we want to ground it until the door opens. That's good. That revealed something to me. You had a fear picture that that it was going to be really hard to take your next steps. And that's just a picture. That's not a truth. So I'm going to help you move that out. Well, as a being, like as a spirit, I just saw you create a really bright, strong mock-up for your next step. So what that means is that as a soul, you've started looking at what you want your next step to be. So that will unfold for you, let's say, over the next few weeks, is what I see. And the wellness color that you're using for all of this is a spring green, really pretty, bright spring green. So what I'm going to do now is fill you in, And then I'm going to work on everybody's next step. I would say that what I just was looking at in the previous request is pretty common. The fear, the invalidation, and the worry about effort, everything taking a lot of effort. So I'm going to clear all of those. Excuse me. You know, I'm clearing energy, but what was interesting to me was that there was a lot of anger in front of the next step doorway. I think that's frustration from past attempts to take next steps. Okay, there's a really pretty pumpkin colored energy coming in, like as a wellness vibration. And I'm grounding the doorway and waiting for the door to open. There it goes. That was great. This when the door opened, it widened the space through which you're looking at what you can do. So in other words, like when the door opened, there was so much more potential than what you originally thought. So that was cool. I'm going to fill you all in with gold. Okay. Thanks for that request. All right. I am feeling, I'm on keto diet, have lost 12 pounds in almost 4 weeks, feeling a little weak though, happy about it. Can I go 2 more months with the Keto One capsules twice a day? Okay, now again, you know I'm not a doctor. I'm only looking energetically. And what I see energetically is 1 more month looks good. You go into another, like a second month, and the energy gets dark. So that's what I can tell you, is the energy is light and bright for you using it 1 more month. But if you go a month beyond that, then the energy starts to dim and dull. I hope that helps. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and fill everybody in. And one of the things that Supreme Being is bringing into everybody's space tonight is enthusiasm. And Supreme Being even brought in a little bit of party energy. So right before the weekend too. Everybody can go out and have a little fun this weekend. Well, thank you for hanging in there with me. I know I went over time tonight, so if you're still on the call, thank you. And I think we have something coming up. Let me real quick. I should have had my calendar up. Sorry. Okay. Yes, there's a protection healing on Monday for the sanctuary. So please join me at 7:00 on Monday, and I'm going to give you a healing to your protection. All right, everybody. Got my eyes on you. Hope you had a good evening tonight and got a lot of healings. And go party and have fun this weekend. Supreme Being said it was okay to do it. Okay. All right. Bye-bye, you guys. Have a good night.